Let's finish up that final day of the weekend with a little bit of Joe Fam Talk, a new series that we're starting here on the channel. And make sure you grab that hot or cold beverage and stick around. Hey, what's going on, guys? Joe here, coming at you today with a little bit of a discussion piece, wrapping up the week, and we're going to be taking a look at some of the replays or live attacks that are happening in the Family Circles 50 versus 50 war, kind of giving you something to look at while we do this. So the moral of the story is I asked you guys for some questions on the community tab on YouTube, and was kind of curious to see what you guys got, and we're going to answer some of those questions throughout this podcast style video, trying to kind of mellow out the week, so to speak. It's been a long week. We posted a lot of strategies, and there's only been so many strategies, or how many videos that you post out on strategies that it gets kind of boring. So I want to start out this series or this video with a question for you guys. And I guess my question for you is, who is your favorite YouTuber overall? Not necessarily Clash of Clans or Clash Royale YouTuber, but who do you guys tune into regularly? Like, you cannot miss an episode. Like, it always comes out and you're just like, oh my gosh, I gotta check this guy out or this girl out and see what they got for us today. I'm actually kind of curious to what your feedback would be on that, and drop that down in the comments below if you want to answer that question, because it's definitely something that as a content creator, I always want to improve the product and make sure that you guys get the most value out of each video, that you want to come back over and over and over again. And we're definitely listening, we're definitely reading, and we're kind of curious to how we can improve the product for you. And as we jump into the questions that are actually under the community tab, I'm going to start out with Oz's question. So Oz asked how Fabi and I met. And so Fabi, if you're not aware who Fabi is, like, she's my other half, and we do streams together on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And she brings a dynamic to the streams, the content that is different. It really opened my eyes, especially in the sense of she wants to learn the game, she wants to get better, and she's not exactly on the same level of content or attacking as I am. So when I talk to her about stuff, she'll ask questions that I don't even think about, and that's definitely something that kind of how it changed how I was addressing the videos, how I was making the videos for tutorials, especially because if if she could watch a video and not understand what I'm talking about, it really translates to you guys as well on, well, I don't even know what this guy's talking about, so let's move on from that. This guy sucks. And so she definitely adds something new. And to answer the question, I met her in 2017. We worked together when we were both in the military, and she was actually my boss briefly. So, and I basically did tasks for her. Now, we didn't actually start a relationship until we were well out of the military, but it's definitely something that is a good time because we have similar interests. We both like to travel, and we both enjoy the game and YouTube and content creation. She's an artist, and she does a lot of different crafts and stuff like that. So it really ties in well with what I'm doing here on YouTube. And moving into another question that was asked, it was similar to it. Regan Perry asked, what made you want to come back to streaming, content creating? P.S. Thanks for coming back. I'd be lost without you. And there's so many amazing creators that there's so much diversity in Clash of Clans. If you want comedy, you got a couple, and then if you want really detailed strategic value in attacks, there's others. And it's just really hard. It's a competitive field. It really is, for this one particular game. Gaming channels in general are #1 in the hardest channels to grow here on YouTube, and it's a proven fact. Most of the larger creators started on YouTube as a gaming channel that eventually transitioned into something else, because they were more entertaining in that field than they were in the actual gaming realm. So we came back to content creation because I enjoy it. It's not necessarily just Clash of Clans. I enjoy Clash of Clans, and I've played it for about 5-6 years, since it came out. And I didn't start actually making videos until about 2016. And unfortunately, some of the first videos that you guys might have seen from my channel were those horrible videos. I mean, they're absolutely horrible. I can't even watch them myself because of the inexperience in cinematography, the inexperience in editing, and poor music, poor lighting. It's just a learning experience along the way, and it's something that I pride myself on, is learning new techniques, new things to make the videos better. I'm very interested in the editing portion. I love making thumbnails, and it's just something that is truly a passion. Now, the SEO portion, my goodness, that'll break it off. It's intense because there's so many search terms out there, and trying to narrow in the video and get it viewed is really difficult. I mean, I'm sure this video won't get that many views, but it's just one of those things. It's a really challenging task. But I came back because we enjoyed it, and even though I'm a college student now, and taking full advantage of my veterans benefits and making sure that I'm educating along the way, I had to have something to kind of fill the gap in between assignments and just kind of let go. And that's exactly what Clash of Clans is for a lot of people, is an escape from their daily life and the community, those that are involved in the Discord servers and the community servers on the web. It's just their manner or form of escape from daily work life, and that's in reality why we came back, is we enjoyed the content creation piece and wanted to kind of do more with it than just having a channel of whatever subscriber count and videos that were helping you guys, but improve the product and be able to help you guys out a little bit more than what we'd done in the past. And so that will lead us into, do you think you'll ever branch out to different games eventually? And in reality, I don't really know yet. Right now, the bulk of the viewers are here for this game right here, and it's going to be a challenging task to transition into other games. And there's a lot of awesome games out right now. I mean, PUBG is hot, Fortnite's hot. I played Fortnite. I haven't really dabbled in PUBG that much, and I think it was just the fear of getting hooked on another game and not having the time to invest in it. So that I have a PS4 and we have an Xbox as well. I'm a huge Gears of War fan, Call of Duty fan. Love the first-person shooters, even though they can get a little frustrating at times because there's other people that are far better than I am, and it just gets challenging. So we'll see what happens in the future when it comes to different games coming out on the channel. We got to get the channel growing. We got to get the family growing first before we can actually decide to make that step in a different direction. We don't want to chase off anybody that's actually interested in the channel for the Clash content, and we don't want to lose anybody along the way. It's just one of those things that we'll have to address as it comes along. But trust me, I do have other interests in other games. I just don't know if we're going to stay a gaming channel forever. You know what I mean? It just depends. Anyway, so that is going to move us into a series of 4 different questions, and these questions are all very similar in a form or manner. Starting out with Jonathan's question here. Jonathan asks, I don't get why at Town Hall 9 they say don't get expos, but I think it would just help to defend your base. What does 0.5 mean? And so the 0.5 system, it's a really old system. It's been around for probably about 3 or 4 years now. It was really publicized, major publicized by a lot of the larger content creators back in the day, back in about 2016 or 17. So the 0.5 system was initially created for an advantage, so to speak. It was in reality a way for you to have an advantage, and it is basically where you upgrade your town hall from, let's say, from Town Hall 8 to Town Hall 9, and you don't build those expos, the new expos, but you build the queen, and you're working on the queen and stuff like that. And the only real advantage that came from this was in the larger clan wars. Like if you had like a clan of 50 players or less, about 50 to 30 players in your clan, and you're running about 30 versus 30, and what it would do is place you up like just above the Town Hall 8s and not make you as viable, but you could hit like higher up on the map and help out your clan. And in today's like meta or how the game is played, it doesn't really apply as much as it used to. Now it does hurt you if you are in a smaller clan, like the 10v10 wars. It will definitely hurt you if you are trying to do the 0.5 system for a long period of time. It doesn't hurt to try it out for like the first couple of weeks into a new town hall level. And the 0.5, I got a little ahead of myself there. The 0.5 system would be applied at Town Hall 10 by not applying or building the Inferno towers. And if you're at Town Hall Hall 11, you don't build the Eagle and you build the Grand Warden instead. It's just it's one of those things that was supposed to bring a little bit of an advantage, sort of like engineering, if you guys remember that. And in reality, it doesn't hurt to do it in the beginning just to kind of get started with your hero levels, but don't maintain it for a long period of time. And if you're in a smaller clan or a smaller clan war, it can in fact hurt you, because it just places you just above the Town Hall 8s, and it basically builds an easy target for the Town Hall 9s to 3-star you. So it's just something to think about, which leads us into Hogwire Gaming's question was, what is the best process for upgrading a new Town Hall with the intention of keeping your war weight low? And that really ties into the 0.5 system. Let me change bases here. So with upgrading town halls, in the way I've always done it is I start out by doing a lot of heavy elixir based stuff, by upgrading your army camps and upgrading the laboratory and upgrading the barracks. That way you get the new troops available for that town hall level. And it really starts out with not doing a lot of defenses. So if you don't build your defenses or upgrade them immediately, it doesn't push you up on the war map. So that's, you know, a good way to transition into a new town hall level, and that's normally how I've always done it. Does it necessarily apply in today's game or how it's being played? Maybe not. I normally now start out with just building everything that's brand new for the town hall, and then kind of upgrading it to the same level as what's currently on the base. And then at the same time, I'm also upgrading those camps and upgrading the troops and trying to get my farming troops up. There are different strategies that I apply for farming or clan war or pushing. It really just depends on how you play the game, but it doesn't hurt to start out with those elixir based items. Now if you get a little carried away with that, you will get to a point where you are all on gold upgrade items and you will have a stash full of elixir and you can't use it. So it doesn't hurt to kind of space it out, using those builders, however many that you have, by starting out with like your army camps and then starting into your defenses. So, and then that also ties into one of our final questions here in what's the best way to start a brand new town hall level. And Praying Wolf basically asks the same thing. And so, like I said, I always start out with those elixir-based items, getting the troops. The troops are like one of the most important things when it comes to attacking in clan war and being able to reproduce what you see in the videos, or trying new things for yourself. If you try to get the higher levels that you have available at that town hall level, it normally helps you out quite a bit. And then also kind of then sprinkling in some of the point defenses, upgrading those. Defenses always go extremely fast. So I always do like walls while I'm waiting. I keep a builder for walls because walls is one of the most challenging things to upgrade. It's just the longest thing. It costs so much, and it's just a lengthy thing that people try to avoid. I don't like them either. So it's just a method. There's no right or wrong reason on how to play the game, to be honest with you guys, unless you're really trying to compete in higher level clan wars and stuff like that. And we are going to wrap it up, today's episode at least, with this question. And Sergeant Sparrow is going to ask us what town hall you like to play the most, Town Hall 9 or Town Hall 10. And this is really one of those questions that's kind of hard to answer. And in reality, we like to play the Town Hall level, or we like to play the level that we're the best at. I mean, for most of you, most people like to play a game that they're really good at, and when they stop becoming really good at it, then they lose interest in it. It gets challenging, and there's only but so much work you're willing to put into it before you say, okay, enough is enough. So to answer the question, I would say right now in the current game, I would like to say that I enjoy playing Town Hall 10. I used to love Town Hall 9. I used to love it, but it's not as challenging as it used to be. They've done a lot of changes over the years. The witches have become like a troop that can basically take out almost, and I say again, almost every Town Hall 9 base. Obviously a base dependent, and timing and technique on how you use the strategy comes into play. But for the most part, you'll see a lot more witch attacks in a strictly Town Hall 9 war than you'll see anything else. Although I am a Hog Rider user, and I enjoy it, and there's so many different strategies. But I like where Town Hall 10 has gone after them eliminating the Inferno Tower, melting everything. And I don't know if a lot of you guys remember that or not, it was really, really challenging. And now it's kind of got a Town Hall 9-ish feel to it. It's got more defenses, higher levels, higher level heroes, and there's just so much diversity right now at Town Hall 10 that it's just an enjoyable Town Hall level to play. I do play multiple Town Hall levels. I have 12, and I have 2 10s and a couple of 9s, a Town Hall 8, a 7. It just goes on and on and on how many different Town Hall levels I have. But I do enjoy Town Hall 10, so that is to answer that question. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this type of content, let me know down in the comments below. It's definitely something different to bring to you guys, something to kind of ease out the rest of the week, and that is going to wrap us up for today, guys. If you enjoyed the content, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we'll see you next week, guys. Thank you.